Smashed it. Says we're live on my end.
Probably live on my end as well.
Sweet. What were we going to talk about tonight? I didn't even look to see what your subject was.
The subject for tonight's stream was, I figured it was kind of poignant because I have a video coming out. I think it actually came out tonight. I'll have to double check. I have a video on making my maker coins for Maker Faire. Then Jimmy printed out my massive maker coin. I just printed up a batch of maker coins for you, so I figured we might as well. Easy topic for tonight besides talking about Maker Faire was talking about maker coins, just because, you know, maker coins.
Because maker coins.
Oh, yeah. I can totally see you at the show. It's like, Calvin only gave me this many maker coins? Darn it, I ran out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Going to last me like 5 years at the way things are going.
We'll just sit
there's one reserve. There's one or two reserved for Richard. And then that's pretty much about all I'll need, I think.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to give one to Danielle. You're gonna probably give one to Joel. You could probably Chris isn't gonna be there. Never mind. Maybe you'll give one to 3D Printing Professor because he's supposedly gonna be out there. You're probably gonna give one. Yeah. Dude, have you been living under a rock or something, or is work been like?
Quite honestly, I have been living under a rock.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Was the very first time I saw the beginning of the Today Show. And I kid you not, it was like for 30 seconds as I was walking out the door. I was running late.
Oh, gosh. Sorry, I know you're like super busy at the moment. I just couldn't help it.
Yeah, it's just been one. Well, I'd say it's one of those days. It's been one of those months.
Oh man, I feel for you, dude. Trust me.
Joe's making it out. You're kidding me.
What?
Joe's making it out.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm going to enjoy seeing him.
You guys can have fun sitting in the corner, poking, tweeting about everybody or something. Starting a Twitter war at Maker Faire. That would be great.
Oh, God, no. We got to keep him off Twitter. Keep him off Twitter.
Considering how bad the cell service is over there, I think we won't have any problems with that.
I'll be Joe. Step away from the cell phone. Step away from it.
Go, put the cell phone in your backpack, turn it off, and don't look at
it. Leave Chelsea alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Didn't I just say don't do
Honestly, I can't tell. Honestly, I can't tell if I royally offended Chaos Cortec or not when he posted up that tweet about how like he didn't do any preventative maintenance on his machine and it dies halfway through a print. And I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. And then he gets all like cranky with like memes and GIFs and stuff. And I'm like, are you officially offended or are you just pretending to be offended to try and rile me up here? I'm like, I'm just going to walk away from that conversation and let it die.
Man, I have been living on a rock. I haven't seen any of this.
You didn't miss a whole lot. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Cade for rocking the Naked with Calvin shirt and like all the photos that he was in when Tom's 3DP was chilling with Joel today. I'm looking at it like, wait, that shirt? Oh, shoot, he's rocking the Naked with Calvin shirt? Awesome.
That's cool.
Like the ultimate photo bomb, sort of like having a life-size cutout of me in the corner with like fluffy hair or something.
So let's say maker coin, man. You got that maker coin or did you get it today? That's right. You did post a picture of it on Twitter. I did see that.
Here it is. Here it is, guys. This is the gigantic maker coin that Jimmy made. And I'm not kidding when I say this thing is big. I opened the box. I didn't realize that you had scaled it up bigger than like the original size. So when you're all like, oh yeah, then I scaled it up bigger. I'm like, what?
You didn't realize I scaled it up that big?
No.
I honestly thought there was more of that filament on the spool than there was. It's 1,000 wonders it completed.
You had like that close to having not enough filament, but So this is what it looks like after.
That's how much is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coils left on the spool.
Go make yourself a maker coin.
I don't know if there's enough for a maker coin. It might be enough for a one of those Marvins.
Make sure you run the fans really good with that. No, this is the coin. This has been wire brushed and then a couple of hours sitting with vinegar and salt on it. Although I don't think the salt does a whole lot because the backside has some tarnishing going on already just from exposure to vinegar. So I'm probably just going to throw some more vinegar on it and just keep it in the oven, which is nice and warm. But the plan is for this is I'm going to patina the whole thing as best as I can. Then I'm going to come along and I'm going to lightly sand the tops of the letters. Those are nice and shiny against a more patinaed background to really boost the contrast. And this thing is going to be one lit Maker coin at Maker Faire. And yes, I am taking this with me to Maker Faire. That was part of the agreement when I got the filament was I was going to wear this thing one way or another at Maker Faire. So I'm keeping good on that. And this thing's got about 400-ish grams of filament. So it works out. This thing weighs about a pound. We'll put it that way.
That thing was pretty heavy. I was really surprised whenever I picked it up off of this, how heavy it was.
Well, you had never printed with true metal filament before.
No.
So you had no experience with the density, the lack of material on the spool, how to print it. But for being your very, very first time, you absolutely nailed it on this. I mean, even the area inside there, which has no support, turned out really good. Not that it needed to be perfect, but it looks really nice.
Yeah. And so
what? Sorry, you like totally froze up. You totally froze up on me.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on here because I just checked just before I started the live stream and I paused everything.
I'm gonna try the old pause my camera and see how that goes for a minute because my internet here has just been absolute garbage. So I'm really sorry, guys, if I'm gonna have to be this talking voice on screen for a little bit, but I gotta try and give my garbage internet that keeps getting even worse time to recover, hopefully.
I think it was on my end of it, honestly.
Because mine was crawling, but I'm just gonna keep it like this for a minute and then go back.
Eddie said the stream's down.
We'll see what he says. I told him I shut my camera off for a sec. Yeah. Rover's saying the audio's working.
Okay.
I intentionally shut my camera off for a second because it was just crawling on my end. So I hate doing that for you guys, but sorry.
So what I was asking you is on that Maker coin, what do you think of the print quality of it since it was printed at 0.2 layer height?
Honestly, it looks really good. The top has a little bit of extrusion inconsistency in it. Yeah. But I've always found that to be an issue on really, really large prints, irregardless, that are flat for some reason. So that's fine. And as it is, the thing's getting patinaed, so it doesn't really matter. So I have to say, for being your very, 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 very first time ever printing with that, it's working great. I like it.
That's sweet.
I have my camera back on. So if it goes really buggy on me again, I'm going to kill the camera, which I hate doing on you guys, but it's what I got to do. I think because we're starting to enter summertime again, we're getting a lot more people into SF, so our garbage internet system is just getting overloaded again, which really frustrates me.
Then the thing I just pulled off the printer just a few minutes ago is my new Tascam holder. I printed with the HTPLA you sent from Protopasta. Printed that with fuzzy skin to match my it's on the tripod right now, but that tripod mount for my camcorder, so it matches it.
Jimmy has like this addiction to the fuzzy skin feature.
I love the fuzzy skin. It feels cool and it don't slip out of your hand.
I know. The thing that I still find, this is like something my dad says, but pertaining to video, it's funny. The same thing applies. I find it funny that we've gone from trying everything within our power to avoid prints looking like that in the very early days of 3D printing. And now there's a software feature that lets you do it. Or it's like my dad would say back in the olden days of doing like tape, like literally splicing a VHS tape together and taping it to try and make one tape that you then recorded to another for editing. You know, you get static and dirt and things like that in there. And at the time, you're doing everything within your powers to avoid that. And nowadays, people are like trying to go for like that old-fashioned grainy look that back in the day everybody was trying to avoid. So it's funny that things that we used to hate kind of like come back around full circle. But then again, it's under our control, so we have more, you know, say over it. So, you know.
True. I just realized I didn't have the chat up.
What?
It's been a long day, man.
I know. I shouldn't be ragging on you too much. I'm absolutely running myself ragged over here, dealing with finals, getting the house ready, getting ready for Maker Faire. It's crazy.
Eddie asked, did Jimmy say it's his time of that time of month? Yeah, it is.
This point in the show, Jimmy becomes a total femme gay guy.
Oh man, try to see who all's in here. So we got Rover. Thank you for joining, Eddie. Let's see, Brew It, Print It. How you doing? JT is in the house. Mr. Carol Science is in the house. Man, usual suspects are all here.
It's a jumping stream for 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it is.
But here's the irony: we bumped to an 8 p.m. stream, like, yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we jump back to the old time because that's what we had to do.
What happened is my grandson had a baseball tonight, so they had a game, so we went over to go watch the game. So that's what took me so long getting back over here.
No worries. So Eddie was asking in the chat, so what's up with my bus pass? Okay. This is based off information that I learned just this morning on Twitter. Rick goes, oh, you heard that they're now charging you to ride the shuttle bus that used to be free over at Maker Faire to get to it. And I'm like, what? No, it doesn't seem right. So then I'm like scrolling through the list of stuff, and it's like, wait, $5 to ride from BART to the event? So I tweeted out to both Maker Faire and BART, like, is that a $5 flat rate that takes you from anywhere in the BART system to Millbrae and then gets you on the bus? And Maker Faire is like, no, it's $5 to ride the bus to Maker Faire. And I'm like, then when was it $5 to ride the bus? So this is the thing that annoys me. Yes, me and Danielle are getting in on press passes, so we are getting in for free. So if we do have to pay the $5 to ride the bus, it's not going to kill us. But the thing is, every year they're always like, take public transit, park off site and take the bus. It's always been free. Okay, maybe they charged you and they just never asked me for money to ride the bus. I don't know, but never in the history of me for the last 3 years going to Maker Faire did they ever go, sir, you need to pay to ride the bus. They never asked for that. So this just came out and I'm going, why are you charging people to ride the bus when you're trying to get people to take transit? I mean, already me and Danielle have to pay $225 a person to ride the crappy Muni system to get from my house to the BART station. Then at the BART station, we got to spend another $5 to ride all the way down to Millbrae, to then spend another $5 to then ride the bus to get there. So we're shelling out $12 a head just to get from my house to the event, when originally it was supposed to be only like $7 a head each way. Now, mind you, the bus is $5 round trip, but still, you know, it's like, why?
I'm going to park across the street in that parking lot.
Yeah.
I got paid this week, so.
He's like, I'm just going to throw some money at it. You know, here's my $100, you know, take it.
$35 right there for a parking spot.
Eddie says, seems like a way to discourage people from showing up. My thoughts exactly. I've always said, and I keep saying it, and I keep saying it, and I keep saying it, Maker Faire needs to team up with Caltrain, BART, and Samtrans, which are the 3 transit agencies that get you to the event, and have a thing where if you show them your Maker Faire ticket, you either pay a flat rate to get in there, or you get to ride for free to the event to really try and push people to take transit to get there. I mean, Caltrain gets packed, BART gets packed, but I really don't get why they're not trying to do something like that, or just charge like a $5 flat rate fee and then, you know, that sort of thing. But that's just me, you know.
And he's asking about, what about people with disabilities? Last year, Beth got her handicap placard. So I asked, is there handicap parking? They said, yes, there is, right in front of the venue. We pull up there right as they're putting cones in those spots to block people from parking there.
Is that even legal to do?
No, it's not legal, but they're Maker Faire. They don't care.
Yeah, well, I would have totally gotten on Twitter and just like roasted them and then tagged ADA and probably this California DMV because they regulate handicap parking, and just roast them on it like, hey, oh, look what's going on over here. Just walk out of the car, move the cone, park my car, put my placard up, and just walk off and be like, that's illegal. You can't do that. Have a nice day.
They don't care because they're not going to be here next week.
I know. You know what I mean, though? There's some times where I just get a little bit feisty about things, and I'm just like, you know what? If you're going to break the rules, then I'm going to break the rules so they're right again. We're going to call it even, and we're going to pretend it never happened, and maybe I'll tattle on you to the parking enforcement person down the street just because, you know.
You negative Nancy.
I know. No, I'm just kind of surprised about the whole thing, and definitely kind of still grumpy about it, you know. So, oh well. There's only so much that you can do, but at the same time, I just think it's ludicrous.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was telling, and I'm just going to say this now. I think I will on the alternate channel do a video calling them out on the whole thing. And I will disclaimer it saying that, yes, I got in for free, but here's the economics of it for somebody living in San Francisco going to the event. You claim it's, you know, a family-friendly event, but my gosh, for a family to go there, even with early bird tickets, you guys have to, like, win the stinking lottery.
Yeah. I think last year I actually paid along with getting the press pass and the parking. Yeah, I got soaked last year.
You know, I spent $60 for effectively useless tickets for 2 days to go to the event. So when I figured out you didn't have to buy the tickets to get in there, I'm like, good, now I'm saving $120.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's the reason why I'm justifying the parking spot.
You know, honestly, I keep saying to myself, at the end of the day, yes, we're getting in for free. So if we do have to pay to ride the bus, it's not going to kill us, but it's just the whole concept behind it just rubs me the wrong way. And it's not like you're riding in a nice, clean bus. No, you're in some dingy, old, bumpy, no leg room. You pray that the patron saint of school buses is going to look over this thing and not break it down on the freeway as you're driving there, just going, you know, please don't blow up. You know, it's not like you're riding in a nice bus. You're riding in this dingy old thing going, oh, I hope this thing survives. I mean, and here's the other thing, guys. If I really wanted to, I could take Caltrain, which would cost me about $6 to go from San Francisco to Hillsdale. But then I have about a mile walk from the train station to get to the press pass location for Maker Faire. And both my knees are really bad to the point that Danielle is seriously concerned that I'm going to have issues at Maker Faire with how bad they become. And I can't do that mile walk to save $5. So you kind of
maybe you can rent that wheelchair for $50 from them, and I'll push you around.
No. I'm not spending any more money than I have to at this event. Are you kidding me? And I'm not going to have the shame of being that guy. No, I'm going to save that for somebody who really needs it. You know, it's not like I can't get around. It's just I have to be really careful that I don't overdo it, or I'm going to literally be like dead the next day.
Yeah, my back has been just right on the verge of going out for the last like 3 days. Today I took and I twisted around. I almost put it back out again. I just barely got it where it's somewhat manageable again. Mr. Carroll Science, an excuse for Jimmy to push Calvin around.
That would be hilarious though if we found like a really cheap wheelchair at like a Goodwill or something like that, and we went to like a boat dock out in San Francisco and attached a string to it so when it goes in the water it doesn't go down too deep so we can retrieve it. But then you're just all like, on this episode of Make It With Calvin, I pushed Calvin and you just like shove me into the water.
Oh man. Yeah, Icy Hot's pretty good stuff. I need to get some more of that. There was another one. What was the name of that?
Ben Gay?
No.
Tiger Balm?
How'd you know? Not kidding. Joking.
I quit. I'm done right now. Not the Calvin and Jimmy. So Jimmy says something awkward and I storm off set pretending to.
What was I forget the name of that stuff was. I thought it started with an M. I'll remember it whenever I don't need to remember it anymore. But yeah, the chiropractor used this stuff on me that was almost like Icy Hot. That stuff worked really good. I forget what the name of it was. Deep Blue Australian Dream.
There's like 50,000 different things. Here's the problem though with me is my knees are physically beginning to grind bone on bone.
That's not good, dude. Honestly, you need. I know it sounds bad, and your doctor is probably like, "Oh my God, you're too young for it." But at the same time, it comes to a point where you need to go ahead and get a knee replacement.
Well, the thing is, when I go down to see family in June, I am seeing a family doctor for a general checkup, and I'm going to have him check it over. But yeah, the problem for me is because of my age and stuff, it is a gamble. So it's still one of those things that I'm weighing, like, is the risk worth the reward? Because I do know people who have had knee replacements that have not gone well. There is that risk when they're doing it, though, that it will not go well and you could be potentially crippled. So it's kind of like, I can still get around, but is it bad enough that I want to potentially risk being immobile for a long time because something went wrong? So there's that thing that you have to weigh in there that's definitely hard, but it's definitely getting to the point where it's kind of like, okay, I really need to start thinking about something because at 26, I don't have much life prospects if I'm going to be hobbling at like 28 in a wheelchair at 30.
Right. Yeah, that's just not good.
No. So if you guys see me, if you guys are going to be at Make It Fair and you see me with like a really grumpy look on my face, nothing personal. It just means I'm in a lot of pain. But I am probably going to pack some Icy Hot with me, so if things get really bad, I can sneak off to the bathroom and put it on my knee. But the problem is that doesn't mask the grinding feeling, and that doesn't, mask like the deep pain and the swelling and stuff. So we'll see.
Go.
Yeah. So, but I'll put it this way. I'll see if I can't sweet talk my way into not spending $5 on the bus. But I'll tell them I have really bad knees and I have no choice but to ride the bus over there.
Yeah. It's worth a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put it this way. If I have to pay, I'm going to pay. But at the same time, I'm just going to ask them. I'm going to say, me and Danielle have press passes and I have very bad knees and she can vouch for it. She's graduating school Monday morning with a degree in blah, 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 and see what happens.
She's graduating from school on Monday morning?
Monday afternoon. Yeah.
Man, when is she flying back?
Monday morning.
Oh my God. Really?
Hey, living dangerously.
Like, I'm here for my diploma.
Like gets off the airplane in Burbank, jumps in the car, just drives through and be like, thanks, and just like goes home.
Are you gonna go down there with her?
No, sadly, the way things timed out, I really wanted to, but this is before Grandma moved. I actually can't do it because on Tuesday morning I have another final going on. So yeah, much as I was, and then Wednesday morning I'm flying out to Florida, so I would love to go, and she totally understands that I can't make it. She's like, "You taking me to make a
I don't
fair?"
understand it. Danielle, I do not understand this. I don't understand why you are coming all the way to San Francisco for this bum, and yet he won't go down there and watch you graduate. Oh my God.
Honestly, if I knew things were going to work out the way that they did, I would have actually looked into literally flying down Monday morning and flying back Monday night. But the logistics of it just sadly would not work. So, yeah.
We drove to stinking Las Vegas and back within what, 24, 48 hours?
My dad still was like, I can't believe you guys did that. I'm like, anything for Jeff, dude. Anything for Jeff.
Done more ridiculous things.
I'm still surprised that there was just not like this photo of you like kicking me off at the airport and me like buying a ticket to fly home because I'm like, I can't ride back in the car with Jimmy. Screw him.
You were almost to that point.
I will say that I think part of the problem was just I did not realize how long that drive was going to be because I'd never done it before.
Well, it wouldn't have been that long if it hadn't have been a holiday weekend.
True. I mean, and just in general, it's a long drive without traffic. Let's face it.
Yeah. Because what day did we leave again? We left on what, Friday or?
We left like ridiculously early Friday morning, I think.
Yeah. And so right there is the number one problem is because Friday is the day that people leave California to go to Las Vegas. That's just when they do it. But the thing is, that was the timing of when we needed to be there. So we did it.
Well, also you throw in there, it was right around New Year's as well. But at least the nice thing was, remember when we were leaving and we were sent the photo of what traffic was like at the border, and we're just like, woo! Yeah.
That's that.
JP's asking how long was the drive. I think it was about 550 miles from Jimmy's house, which is about 100 miles south of where I live.
Yeah.
So I drove from San Francisco to Jimmy's in Salinas, left my car there, and then I carpooled with Jimmy all the way down there. You know, yeah, it was long.
The trip there was what, 12 hours because of all the traffic? Yet the trip back was like 8.
The trip back wasn't too bad. I mean, then we were going the opposite way.
Of course, if I had it all do over again, I probably would have spent the night there at my friend over in Bakersfield. I think we would have stayed with Nate that night.
Probably would have been a better idea, but you know, then again, thanks again to you for letting me crash in the camper. Because when we got back, it was right around midnight, and I'm like, A, I'm really tired. 2, it's about a 2-hour drive to get home, and C, anything past about 10 o'clock at night at New Year's, unless I really have to drive, I just avoid it like the plague, because that's when you start getting all the drunks out there.
Oh yeah, they all come out.
So for multiple reasons, it was a good idea that I crashed the night at Jimmy's and I rolled out at like 9 in the morning and then went home. But that was a heck of a trip.
Mr. Carol Sands is asking, would exercise and dieting help at all, Calvin? There are supplements that help with inflammation and exercises that can help carriage be more flexible. Yeah.
Honestly, in my case, my kneecap is physically worn itself out because for years, in short, the problem is my knee literally tracked like this because my legs were slightly twisted and slightly bowed. So my kneecap literally, I'm exaggerating it here, but it literally wore on an arc like this. Then I had my bone surgically corrected over multiple surgeries to make it track straight. Problem is because it tracked crooked for so many years, now that it's tracking straight, it wore so much into one position that when it got straightened, now it tracks straight. But the problem is it literally had begun to wear itself out because the areas that did have cartilage were not correct. And there's also literally a chunk missing from my kneecap because it tracked wrong. My kneecap was literally prone to dislocating and popping back in. And yeah, it not good. So yes, theoretically supplements and stuff might help. I tried using like that Synvisc stuff to try and help lubricate it, and no, believe me, I've tried. I mean, the killer for me as well is I can't take pain medications because they either make me a complete stoner, so that's out of the question. They make me sick to my stomach, so I can't eat, so that's out of the question. And third one is they just don't do anything. So
this is California, you know, they do have some stuff for the pain.
I'm not making the house smell like a stinking skunk.
No, you can eat the chocolate. You can eat brownies.
Give me my cookie, Jimmy. Give me my cookie.
My dad back years ago, that I forget what they called it, but there was some kind of an injection they did in his knee that's supposed to add some kind of a cushioning to it.
Synvisc. I tried that, and it just made my kneecap dislocate more. Actually,
really,
yeah. I mean, the theory behind it is good, but some people said it either worked great, and some people said it didn't. But it only lasts at most like 3 months, and you got to get it again.
Yeah,
not very fun.
Yeah, they did it in 3 injections. Had he stopped with the second injection, it would have been fine. But when they went the third, then that's when he started having discomfort.
Yeah, it's definitely not a long-term solution, and it's definitely something it has its place, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like you have a leaky engine, you just keep dumping motor oil in it when it gets low. Yeah, you can keep doing that for a while, but you haven't solved the original oil leak problem. So it's a little bit like that. You haven't fixed the actual problem. You're just kind of masking it until it finally gets to the point where it's like, okay, I can't keep doing this. We got to do something.
Right.
You know, so yeah. Maybe we'll just retitle the show Calvin's Crappy Knees and Maker Coins. But no, the reality is, guys, I've been dealing with this for years. So yeah, it's not fun, but it's definitely getting to the point where it is really starting to affect my quality of life, to the point where it's kind of like, okay, now or never for seeing about getting something done. So we'll see. It's one of those cases of time will tell, risk versus reward and stuff, but it's not an easy decision. So
you know. JT is out. Take care, JT. Thank you for joining.
Here's me.
Honestly, he's got a pretty good idea.
Mr. Carroll Science 3D printed prosthetics did actually work for a company that did that for a little bit. Just cut them off. Just kidding. Yeah, I got a circular saw in the garage and I got an oxy rig. You know, I can just chop it off and carterize it, prison style.
Oh goodness!
Man. This is just getting dark.
So, what time does Maker Fair start on Saturday?
I think like I'm guessing 10 in the morning, but I can't remember. Maybe 9. I'd have to look, but I don't want to kill my internet.
True. Let me just a quick look up.
So while Jimmy's doing that, for those of you who are going to be at Maker Fair, check it out. These are my coins that I was working on. Printed them on the Thingomatic. This one's protoplastic brass, and this one's protoplastic copper. These are definitely shinier than they look on camera, but they are nice. Really nice. So if you guys are at Maker Fair, come on over and say hi. And if I have some leftovers, I have some money in my PayPal. If you guys want one, granted I have any left over, message me. I'll put out a tweet saying if anybody wants a Maker coin, you know, just PayPal me like $3 and we'll send you out a swag pack to cover shipping or something like that. So we'll see.
10 to 7.
Okay.
Eddie, so Jimmy, the Artemis should be your next printer, bud. I never heard of that one.
CMC and C Delta.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They might be a Maker Fair this year.
Can you spare a extra printer, please?
Trying to work that almost 7K clout, you know?
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm trying to put together a giveaway, and the printer I was hoping to do a giveaway on, they're not going to supply that printer. It's going to be another printer.
You should totally talk to. I'm serious. You should, when you're at Maker Faire, you should seriously talk to BuildTech. They'd probably
Yeah.
be totally down for donating some swag.
Yeah, I talked to the AMZ 3D. They're going to send me out some filament to do a giveaway with, so that's cool. Then I went on Wish and I bought some of these, so I figure I'll include those in the rolls of filament.
Oh, those things are seriously like the most amazing things ever for doing just about everything.
Yeah, they are. That came with, I forget which printer that one came with. I've been using it like crazy ever since I got them. Yeah, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm at this point, I'm just trying to get through my training and make sure I don't get fired. I have a visit tomorrow, so Beth says, "Hey, do you want to get the tickets to see Fleetwood Mac?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to." I said, "But let's wait until after tomorrow and see my style and shop."
They walk in there and go, "Geez, Jimmy, you did way too much. You're fired."
They're like, "This isn't what I was expecting. This isn't working."
Ouch.
I always gotta think that way. That way, if it doesn't go that way, I'm fine.
No, I know. I tend to be the same way, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. How long do you want to stream for? Or did we touch on your subject yet? I forget.
Well, I'll show it off again for anybody who wasn't on earlier. This is the ridiculously awesome, ridiculously big, and ridiculously heavy maker coin that Jimmy was more than nice enough to 3D print for me using Protopod. What?
You did show us that.
Yeah, but just in case anybody jumping on now didn't see it before. I gotta show it off, dude. That's the whole point behind why I made it,
So how big did you think it was going to print at?
I thought it was going to print 8x8, which is 8-inch diameter, which is what the original one was.
And how big did that one turn out?
I don't have a tape measure right here, but it's not 8x8, not 8 inches in diameter. I can tell you that much.
It's 10 inches.
Oh, sweet! Hey, I'm not complaining that it's big. And
you got an extra 2 inches just like that.
Dennis is asking, it looks heavy. It is heavy. Because it is Protopasta's copper filament. It has, I'm assuming, about 400 grams of filament in it. So this thing is around a pound for us American people, and it's about half a kilo for everybody else in the world. Half a kilo, Jimmy. Ha ha.
Half a kilo. That means half price. Unless you have enough Arm & Hammer baking soda and flour.
I think I got the filament for about half price as well. So, man. No, so what I did to get to this point is I just scrubbed the thing down vigorously with a stiff wire brush and then went over it with vinegar and salt. But the salt doesn't seem to do very much because I was getting some tarnishing on the back just from vinegar that had seeped underneath. So when the stream is over, I'm going to go back and put more vinegar on this and then probably put it into a warm, like put a wet towel over it and then put it inside a plastic bag and put it inside the oven, which is at a warm temperature. So it kind of vaporizes the vinegar. So it'll hopefully help tarnish this faster. Then the plan is I'm going to come along and I'm going to sand the top smooth. So the bottom has the tarnish and then this and the tops of the letters are shiny. And it is going to be tight stuff. I'm going to be rocking this at a Bay Area Maker Faire. So if you guys see me with this, if you want to take a selfie of me with this, ask. I will be totally down. And I've also got the small one that I'm working on that I'm going to give away to I'll post all the details of it on Twitter. But in short, the first person who comes up to me at Maker Faire and asks for a selfie gets the small plastic coin that I've been working on, that I'm doing a video on, kind of like just a little sped up video of how I get the effects and stuff. You get that autograph with my name, and if you want Danielle to autograph, I'll get her to autograph too. But yeah, it's gonna be tight stuff.
Man, you're just like really pushing it, aren't you?
Dude, you know, you gotta make up for the fact that I don't have any stickers.
I got my followers, I got my peeps. They're all gonna come want my autograph.
Oh heck yeah,
Oh,
you
wait,
know,
there's more.
I gotta make up for the fact that I don't have any stickers this year. So, you know, just saying.
Me, I just want to go out there and I want to see Joel up there on that stage and go out there. We're not worthy. Just to get him to crack up. That's all I want to do. I just want to see him
If you
crack
do
up
that,
on stage.
okay, if you do that, tell me before you go and do that, and I'll have me and Danielle strategically positioned to film you doing it from behind and more like a front on angle. It would be epic.
So, what time is Danielle flying in on Friday?
Her flight lands at 10:30 Friday morning, so that's more like 10:45 by the time she, you know, climbs all over the old people to get off the airplane and runs to the airport to get to my car.
We'll see how things pan out. I sent Joel a message. I think he's got obligations on Saturday, so maybe Friday night.
Okay, I mean we're effectively free. All we're doing is we're having lunch, and then after that, it's pretty much empty. The plan is we're going to come back.
I'll be at work. I'll be at work until probably 5 or 5:30, so I wouldn't be up that way until closer to 7 or 7:30 probably. But I told Joel I'd love to catch up with him along with you and Danielle, and all of us go out to dinner or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, honestly, the plan was we were going to go out and get some lunch on our way back, maybe run an errand or two to grab a few things, then come back to the house, prep all the equipment so that way come Saturday morning we just roll out of bed, grab our bags and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty flexible honestly when it comes to stuff. So if you can pull that off, even if Joel can't make it, I am totally down for doing that because that would actually work out better for me on Friday night because I'm not sure how late we're going to stay Saturday and Sunday, and because we're going to take transit to get down there, we need carpool with you and figure it all out. So we'll see. But I am hoping to stay to Maker Faire until at least as late as we can. So if it is dark, I really want to see if they're going to have like the fire sculpture stuff at night. That would make some epic B-roll.
They close at 7 o'clock though on Saturday. Sun doesn't set till after 8. So
well, we'll see. What time do they close on Sunday?
I did not look. Let's see. I still have it up. Sunday they close at 6 p.m.
Okay, well, I'll put it this way. We'll stay as late as we reasonably can, and if it gets dark enough to see stuff, that's cool. If it doesn't, no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday morning I open again, so I can't stay out super, super late. Saturday night.
All good. I mean, usually I was in there around like 10 or 11 in the morning and then out by like 3 or 4 at the latest. So we'll see.
I don't think I've told you I'm 30 in the morning and I've been getting off at 5:30. So I've been working 10-hour days.
Oh man.
And this week I'm doing it for 6 days straight because I'm taking the Saturday off.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But it's looking better.
Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, at least you're not dealing with that death cobra snake of your sandblasting hose and crawling through Salinas tundra at 7 in the morning, questioning your life, going, "Why am I still doing this?" That makes me happy, right there.
I won't lie. I took and I put a new message on the answer machine for the sandblasting business saying that we weren't taking any new work. I have received more phone calls and messages since I posted that message on there than I did before. Usually they just hang up. Now they, oh, I need to get it. No, what part of I'm not doing it? No, what do you not understand?
Oh man, that is brutal.
So now it's like, oh, I hope I'm not making a mistake.
So Nathan Allen's like, "Oh my gosh, do it!" To the "We are not worthy." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're totally gonna get Jimmy and anybody else who's in on it, who's not filming it, to do it. Epic. Now, I will say the one thing that you are going to miss out on that's on Sunday is Adam Savage comes in and like gives a big old talk. But the irony of it is, I usually go and do like all my filming and interview stuff during that time because like everybody at Maker Faire goes over there. So it's like when a big event like that happens, is when I try and do all the stuff that's like audio dependent. But the problem is Danielle wants to go see him speak, so I'm going to be kind of on my own for that. But now that I've got the Behringer mic and the Tascam, I'm not as worried about doing interviews in a noisy environment as before, where I had my pick up all the noise around you lav mic. Even then, I still got decent audio considering the circumstances. So, you know,
practice with it. That's all I got to say is practice with it, because looking back at some of the videos I did when I was there, I didn't hold it right. You actually have to point it toward their mouth. Otherwise, it cuts out the volume significantly.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience with doing stuff like that for my dad's television class, because we would have like those long shotgun mics inside like a fuzzy housing that you'd have on a pole. So you could stick it over a conversation to people outside the camera shot. So it'd be like this, picking up their voices. But if you angled it a little bit, it was like, yeah, how's it? Yeah, so definitely you have to be careful when using a cardioid mic like that, because it's very directional. If you don't have it aimed at the person, it's like you're not going to pick it up. So
that's what I like about this one. This one's pretty directional. The only thing is, it still picks up the dogs barking.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, honestly, I've been having good luck using the Tascam with my little lav mic that I've used for a lot of the show for filming the audio with. So I just use that, so I've got consistent sound, but I don't have to mess with the Behringer and holding it and stuff.
This one right here is the one I always use for most of my videos with the Tascam. And it was like $10 mic off of Wish. That's what I use the majority of the time with that one. I've got another one. It's a $39 one. And it doesn't sound near as good as the little cheapy one.
Honestly, I was amazed at how good that $10 or less lav mic is that I've got. It's the exact same one that's also in the handheld one, so you can conduct an interview like this for back in the day. But I will say, I do have to say though, picking up the Tascam was nice, because just being able to keep the audio recorder on you, so you're not knocking cameras and lights over with audio cables and messing with them and stuff, is nice. Because one thing that was really annoying when I was shooting all the tiny house videos is I'd have that cord like stretched out really far, so Audrey would be like way far away to talk about stuff. I'd have to be a ways away, and I'm just like, I can't move anywhere because we're like at the limits of the cord here. And then you got like the cord in the shot, and I'm like, oh, this looks really professional.
This little Tascam has just been a workhorse since I got it. I mean, this thing, I use it for all the live streams. You can look at it right now. You can see the audio level jumping. This is what I use to power, because it's got phantom power to it, just using 2 AA batteries. It powers this microphone just fine. I have this microphone coming in here. I have the audio out going straight into the audio jack on the front of the computer. The thing I love it. One of the best purchases I ever made.
Well, like I said, it took me a long time to get into one, because for the longest time, I didn't know if my old computer could handle having a separate audio track and the video, because it was struggling enough to make videos. I wasn't even sure if I could sync audio in it and all that stuff. But now that I've got, proper computer and proper editing software, courtesy of an anonymous fan of the show, I dove right in. And after I did the Tom Knapp interview at a train show, where I had horrible background noise because of a light that I didn't realize was creating audio noise, that's when I finally said, okay, I'm done messing around with cheap equipment. I need proper equipment, because this is really becoming frustrating for stuff where you have only one take to pull it off. And, I can't go, oh, sorry, the audio is horrible. Can we redo that interview again? I was like, okay, time to get some good stuff.
Yeah, it's worth it. And that's the other thing too, is like with the camcorder, even if something happens, I forget to turn on the Tascam, I still have my audio there. Vice versa. I mean, something gets messed up with audio, at least that way you kind of a redundancy to. You vegging out?
Yeah, sorry, the audio cut out for a second there.
Oh,
Mr. Carroll Science is asking what mic I use, so I just linked him to that in the cable. But yeah, no, I remember though when you did the video with or the video with A Pyro Design out at that Maker Faire thing. For some reason, your phone like went and cut it
oh
off.
yeah.
At
We
least you had
sat
the
down.
podcast audio.
We sat down because I was at that time I was doing that on the road with type interview thing, and we were at his shop where he does the signs, and we sat down and had a full, really good interview. Right. Then I find out had no video at all because my stinking cell phone. Because at that time I did all my filming with my S5 Samsung. It's great for time lapses, but I would never trust this thing with a regular video again.
Honestly, I find it funny though that I film my show using strictly GoPros. You filmed your show for eons using a cell phone,
Yeah,
and then you finally upgraded to a camcorder. And like I've said, I don't have anything against camcorders and DSLRs. It's just for what I'm doing, I just find a GoPro is so simple to use. And in the future, I do eventually want to get a nice DSLR. It's just I can't financially justify the cost of getting one, the complexity of one, and just losing that feeling of ruggedness that I have with the GoPro, where I can just stick it in a waterproof case and go running out in the rain or something, and it doesn't care, you know.
I just can't justify DSLR. I just can't. I for one moment thought of it, and then I looked at the price of it compared to a camcorder. I saw the video quality differences between them. I just couldn't do it. Same way with the 4K. I know a 4K camera would be a lot better for zooming in, stuff like that, using software. But at the same time, I just, unless I had a really big computer with huge hard drives to it, there's really not a whole lot of use in doing it because then you're dealing with storage.
Yeah. I mean, I shoot in 1080 just because I figured 1080 is like the standard for stuff. I want to
Yeah.
put out good quality content, even if it takes longer to upload. I want people to be able to go back years from now when 1080 is kind of like the 480p of today and be able to look at those videos and go, wow, that actually looks really nice. And, you know, it's not like some grainy, pixelated thing that was shot like with, I don't know, some ancient cell phone with like 10 pixels or something like that. But I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have already 2 terabyte hard drives that I use for external storage of the show. And I'm, you know, going, wow, that adds up fast. Not only the cost, but the storage. What I'm probably going to do is next time I fly to my parents' house, is I'm going to spend the money to get 2 more hard drives, clone all the footage that I have on the hard drive to the second one, keep those hard drives down at my parents' house. So if anything happens to this hard drive, I have offsite backup of my storage on an unused hard drive. So in case anything goes wrong, it's sitting there. And what I mean by a full hard drive is it has all the footage for this time period. So once I'm done with that, it gets loaded on there, sent down. It's in a third-party location, and I did look into online storage, but for the amount of data that I have and would be having, it is no, it's way cheaper, and I actually feel safer in a sense having it on a secondary hard drive at an offsite location that potentially will never get used, but it's just that peace of mind of knowing that I have all that footage, so just in case something happens, I don't have to worry about it.
Quite honestly, one of the next upgrades I'll probably do either to this computer or to a computer in the near future. I want to go to having a SSD for the booting system, and probably for the software, and then probably go with about either a 4 or 6 terabyte hard drive to take care of the video. Because this one here, I think it was a 2 terabyte hard drive, and it's over halfway full already.
Yeah, I've heard that 2 terabyte hard drives statistically have the highest lifespan. And from a cost standpoint, and also just from a data standpoint, I sector mine into 2 1 terabyte partitions. So that way I have everything separated, and my laptop has a 1 terabyte built-in drive, but I only use that for storing now audio and certain things that I don't want to keep on the SSD that's the boot drive. So I've kind of tried to move everything that's on the boot drive to the hard drive on board. Then unless I'm filming in the field and I can't use my external drive, I try and save everything straight to the external as well. And as it is, a 2 terabyte drive is for like a nice Western Digital Blue is only like $50 on Amazon, so it's not too bad.
I'll probably just go up to Fry's. I like to just walk in and just pick it up.
Yeah. Thing for me though is the nearest Fry's is like probably San Jose area or something.
Yeah,
so
nearest Fry's is the Fry's I go to. Brokaw.
it's not like growing up in Southern California where it was like there was Fry's in Van Nuys, Fry's in Burbank, like 30, 45 minutes tops away from my parents' house. So you'd hit up other places and you'd just be like, wee, okay, we're there, we're done. Things like that. So
I wanted to go to that Fry's in Las Vegas so bad. That thing looked big.
It looked epic. I'll put it this way. If we do another Vegas trip, we totally got to do another Vegas trip.
Yeah, we do.
Totally. And this time, actually, one, not go right around the holidays, and two, hopefully have a little more time while we're out there to actually go out and do cool stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, next time I go there, I want to take a drone or something, go out there where they have that drone field where you can, yeah, that's going to be cool.
I need to work on my drone stuff some more, but that'd be fun.
Yeah, it would.
Maybe fly a little bit of ZZ Ride XX Road while we're at it.
To the Fry's!
Oh, gosh.
To the Fry's! You've heard of To the Choppa? To the Fry's.
Now I get it. Mr. Carroll Science is asking a really good question here. He's asking for time lapses. Better to have the camera mounted to the moving build plate or set off to the side? Now, one thing I will say is, thanks a lot.
Honestly, I've thought about doing it to a build plate, and I'm looking at how it moves and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, it's just going to loosen up over time. It's going to fall off. I know other people have succeeded at it, but at the same time, I just never did.
Personally, here's my take, and I'm saying this as I have the Ultimaker, which is a moving head, and the Thingomatic, which is a moving bed, and the Triumph, which is a moving bed, but I don't really have any time lapses of it. So I'm just going to use these two because they've been featured in videos. Both of them use a fixed camera filming, and personally, I like having a fixed camera as I find a moving bed. The problem is with a moving bed, usually people have a really cluttered background. So it's not like they've got, like a nice, gray or white background that's just neutral. There's stuff in the background. So then all of a sudden you got all that stuff moving in the background while the camera's doing this. And personally, I find that really, really, really distracting. So my thoughts are, if you're going to do a moving bed, please have some kind of neutral background around the printer so you can't tell as easily that the head's going woo, back and forth in the time lapse. Personally, I also am with you. I just like having the camera fixed. I mean, if I had a machine like your G-Tech or similar style that was big, like the Trinus, I'd actually kind of mount the camera so it's on the head while it's moving up, but it's, I don't know. It kind of becomes a complex thing. Personally, I'm a fan of a non-moving camera, but that's just me. I don't hate on people who do the other style. That's completely up to you. But I do think, though, if you're going to do that, have some kind of neutral background so it's not distracting.
Well, what's with this? The non-moving head. I
do the hand thing, okay? Deal with it. I use my hands when I talk.
Huge. Like my hands.
Huge, I just like huge prints. I'm going to totally steal Jimmy's huge printer, I'm going to make printing great again.
Huge. Dude,
And now we've reached the part of the show again where Jimmy like totally annoys me, and I come up with great ideas to torture him back at Maker Faire. You know,
Quite
Jimmy,
honestly, I'm ready to go to bed, man. I'm toast.
I'm getting there too. So remember, behave or you won't get your bag of 18 Maker coins.
I want the Baker coins. I wonder if I should bring that great big bag of Maker coins I got around here somewhere. I don't even know where that bag's at. What did I do with that bag of Maker coins? I wonder if this is my backpack. Hang on.
And Jimmy goes offset and tries to find something and doesn't count. So here's my bag of Maker coins that I just made with the protopasta metal filament alone.
See the Osmo thing that I never used.
Hey, quit interrupting me with your crap, Jimmy.
Huh?
Quit interrupting me with your crap. Nobody cares about the Osmo.
Good. There's my Behringer. I do have my Behringer mic and my microphone cord. Let's see.
How many of you guys think I should, just for giggles and grins, try making?
There's my old Maker coin.
I actually still have that print. This right here that you gave me the very first time we ever met in SF. It's a little dusty, but I still got it.
Ooh. I found pay dirt. Oh, you got that.
It's a little dusty, but I still got the otters. That was cool.
That was the one in carbon fiber, right?
Yeah. And I also
got Maker coins up the yin yang in this backpack. I don't even have to take any Maker coins with me. Ooh, Tic Tacs from last year. They're so good.
What do you guys say I should attempt to make a set of small Maker coins in flexible filament just for giggles and grins if I have time? I might just for kicks. Jimmy's now got Tic Tac mouth syndrome where he can't talk.
Oh, I can talk.
I know.
It's huge.
Oh, jeez. So, okay, guys. So here, really fast before we kill the stream, here's my thoughts for the way the release schedule for videos is going to go. Hopefully, I will shoot a vlog on Friday of getting ready for Maker Faire. That video will then drop Saturday morning at about 8 in the morning. Then I'm going to hopefully have videos dropping the day after of like highlights of Maker Faire. So Saturday's highlight video will drop Sunday morning and Sunday's highlight video will drop Monday morning. I wish I could release them the same day, but I'm really not sure what time we're going to get back. And knowing how long editing and stuff takes, just downloading the footage alone, categorizing it, and all that stuff takes a while. So I'll see what I can do. And then hopefully I'll be able to also have some other videos. Like the goal is to have a video after Maker Faire every single day if possible, depending upon how much time I have out in Florida and things like that. So hopefully I can have like a video every day, like Build Tac booth interview, machines video, things like that. And then pretty much just run that until that runs out. And then it's back to the regularly scheduled program on the show. So we'll see.
I'll have a video sometime.
6 months later, Jimmy's like, oh yeah, I got the Maker Faire footage somewhere. Oh, hey, it's Calvin and Danielle. Oh, what's up, guys? And then that's it.
I'm hoping to interview Joel again, just catch up with him. But at the same time, I think he's pretty busy this time.
I'll put it this way. Much as I'd love to interview like every single person there, like interview Tom from Tom's 3DP if he's there, interview, Joel, interview everybody. I do understand though, it's everybody's busy. Although I am hoping to maybe do some kind of interview with Clarissa over at Make It Fake. So that'd be cool. We'll see. Time permitting, because I do understand though, especially if you're at an event and you're speaking or something like that, it's just boom, 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 if you know what I mean.
How come nobody ever wants to interview me, by the way?
Danielle's going to be interviewing you. Don't worry.
Oh, God. You nasty old man.
Oh, God.
Why are you such a nasty old man? Because I can.
Will it Print 3D is asking, will I be at the Matter Hackers Poly Carbide 3D event? Sadly, no. For multiple reasons that I'm not going to get into on stream, I just don't feel comfortable in situations like that. So much as I'd want to go, I just for multiple reasons.
I get schnockered.
No, it's not just that.
It's not just that.
No, I mean, much as I'd love to go. No, it's not. Yeah, no. Sorry, guys, but sadly won't be there. So sorry.
I thought about going, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
For personal reasons, I just don't feel comfortable at events like that. So yeah.
You know, we'll leave it lush. You know you're a recovering alcoholic. And
no, I don't want to land in that spot. Let's put it that way.
I'm the same boat. That's family history. Why start something when you know where it's going to end?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, but it may or may not be that same reason as well. But I'm not gonna say that.
Well, it's 11:05. I gotta take a shower and I gotta go to bed before midnight. So
I gotta head to bed pretty soon. I gotta finish up clearing up around here. I gotta get some more vinegar dumped on this bad boy right here.
Gotta suck it in vinegar.
Yeah. Thank you again to Jimmy for printing this and Protopasta for graciously giving me some filament to make this with. This thing is seriously the most tight, lit, epic, tight stuff, tight maker coin ever. And like I said, if you guys want a selfie of me wearing this at Maker Faire, just come on over and say hi and we will totally make it happen. But please tell me who you are so that way I know who you are, because I'm like terrible with recognizing people's faces. Just be like, hey, I'm Blake from Twitter or YouTube, and I'll be like, oh, I probably know you. You know, that sort of thing. So yeah.
So he totally wants to take a selfie.
I might take a selfie. Hey Jimmy, want to take a selfie? Totally. Which filter?
If you got a selfie filter, oh my god! Like I want like all the bugs up right by my head. You know, this one makes me look like a cat. Do you have a selfie stick? Like, oh my god.
Okay, one thing I really want to do, I'm still living out here in San Francisco, is in the middle of summer, take like a 6-foot long piece of PVC, like cut it in half into 2 3-foot pieces, put it together, take it to Lombard Street where there's all the tourists with their selfie sticks, and just use like my massive selfie stick just to like take a photo with everybody and be like, I got the ultimate selfie stick, deal with it.
And he says, oh my god, duck face.
This is the only reason why people watch the show. They like to see us do dorky stuff like that. You know it, right?
I know it. That's the reason why I feed the need.
I know. I do too, although I'm not that brave. I need to look somewhat.
There comes a time in life when you get to the point where you just don't care.
Well, I'm not at that age yet. Okay, that's the thing. I'm what, about 20 some odd years younger, so you know I still have.
It's coming. There'll be one day you'll be like, you know what? Okay.
I know that day's coming, and I sometimes have that feeling. There's sometimes where I'm just like, I don't care, and then there's some days where I'm like, well,
I do. A little bit.
Oh gosh.
Let's call it, man. Guys, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining. Hopefully next week we'll be back over on my channel and do this again.
Later.